Hello, welcome back to the Commander's Field Manual to the Resistance. I'm Jade Star.
And I'm Guava Moment.
And our random name generator has delivered us Operation Nigel Cummings Fart.
That's I'm so glad we're doing that right from the beginning.
That is a siphon filter reference from Loonthex, who provided me with the mission names. Our first three lucky recruits, Ricky Kane, Margatini, and I don't even know, and then Angry Lobster in the blue. Kane is brought to us by Syphas, I hope. And Margotini is brought to us by Scytheril, and Angry Lobster is, of course, Angry Lobster.
Angry Lobster wins.
Communications with resistance forces in the area have gone dark, which can only mean one thing. These people sacrificed everything to give us this shot. We need to recover that converter at all costs.
Rip Resistance members.
So this will be essentially brand new content for me, because good lord, I don't have a clue what this mission is about.
It's a pretty standard mission. From here on, they're not scripted and handheld. This is just kind of a plot recovery MacGuffin mission.
Commander, getting a fix on the device, but it looks like it may have been damaged during the fight. Energy readings are going crazy. I'm guessing we don't have much time before it explodes. Shen's
Okay.
working on a way to stabilize that thing, provided we can get close enough to access its core. Stay in the shadows until we can get a better read on the situation.
Okay, who shot the giant green glowy thing? That's like XCOM 101. Don't shoot the giant green glowing thing.
And then stand next to it.
Well, they're Advent. They're dumb and expendable.
Confirmed.
So here's our first real use of concealment. We got a little taste of it in the tutorial, but this is where it actually matters. You might have noticed I just moved out of cover. Don't normally do that, but during concealment, it's kind of okay. If you don't get spotted, you can be out of concealment all you want. If you do get spotted, it's incredibly, incredibly bad. So don't really do that. Maybe on the first turn, if you just need to push your...
Yeah.
I do it on the first turn to push my vision up half a step before dashing the first turn.
I think on the first turn you're okay to be out of cover just to gain ground, but sometimes
Sometimes.
what it takes to reveal a pod.
Yeah.
Sometimes Central drops you on top of an enemy squad, like right from the beginning.
I've had that happen. I have had maps where my squad deployed. There was a two-story house directly across the road from them with mutons on top of it that could see us.
Yeah, that's fun times.
Position confirmed.
Again, just kind of pushing up the view halfway with Lobster before moving him the rest of the way into cover.
You wouldn't need to do that if you had that true concealment mod, because then you can just go cover to cover to cover, and the converter wouldn't overload until you
We're not sure whether to chalk it up to training or stricter mind.
until you actually start
We
it.
have a chance
Right.
to do
Get
some
revealed.
serious
But they would
damage
start at like, I don't know,
before
5 or
jumping
6
into
turns remaining
combat.
instead of
Let's
the
make
8.
sure we make the most of our advantage.
The turn timers are also another big kind of bone of contention amongst fans. A lot of people, even me at the start, really did not like the turn limits. It was a huge dynamic change. I believe you coined the term XCOM Claw in our first LP for tab Ying constantly.
Oh, yes.
No more of that. You can't do that.
No, you have the Overwatch All mod, so you just click one button to...
No.
Yeah.
You don't have the time and the luxury to do
I
that.
know what you mean.
Moving out.
But yeah, I eventually, I agree with the change. I think it's a good one.
Yeah. It took a lot of getting used to at the start. Especially the there is no turn zero surprise.
And to be honest, they do give you enough time.
Yes.
Even on harder difficulties, you really do have enough time if you know what you're doing. So it's not too much of an issue.
It is definitely a hard thing when you're getting started with the game. So if
Definitely.
you're new to it, yeah, I absolutely understand that you might want to look into the workshop for the mods like True Concealment or Turn Timer Tweak mods that I think give you 4 more turns.
Shen is uploading the fix right now.
I think there's one that completely disables it, but that is going way too far.
Yeah, that's too far. Then you're just gonna do your Overwatch tab Y creep, and that's not fun.
Running out.
What does happen sometimes is you have to make a choice. Do I want to, do the objective or pick up that thing the enemy dropped or heal my friend?
Yeah.
And you know what? Those are good choices you have to make. Because you kind of have to make the choice to do the mission at the cost of other things. I think it's a good trade-off.
Yeah, it's a huge design decision that was a conscious decision, and they programmed around it, and I think they did a really good job. with
Yeah, I agree.
making the player feel panicked, or at least pressured enough to not slow the game down into a crawl.
Yeah, that's probably the best way to do it as well. It can be a little unfair when you get revealed by, like, you know, go around a corner and there's a civilian you didn't know was there, and they see you, and suddenly all the aliens know where you are.
Yeah.
That's not cool, but...
Also not cool, these jerks. The first group, I actually wanted to start wandering towards us so I could just set up an ambush on them and deal with them, and then go out and deal with these guys by the truck. But now I am kind of in the middle of a right angle sandwich of the two groups patrolling, because those jerks are going to patrol down the road towards the back of the truck. The other jerks over on the other side of the freeway are going to patrol down and to the right towards us. So I've already wasted 3 turns just in concealment, trying to figure out, okay, where's my ambush? And then they wander out of the way, and now I'm like, oh, fuck.
With only 4 people, it kind of limits your options right now.
Yeah, if I had a full squad of 6 people, I wouldn't be sweating this.
You could take on both at once.
Yeah, easy. But I don't. I have 4 people, 3 of which are rookies, and if the damage spread goes poorly, that means it's 2 shots to kill the 4 health guys and 3 hits to kill the officers. Because the rifles can min out and do 3 damage.
Rifles? You shouldn't be using rifles right now. You should be using grenades.
They can min
Paul's
out.
not here to
and
tell you not to.
Grenades also have a damage spread. That's actually, glad you brought that up, a big difference. In the first game...
Commander, yeah.
Oh, is that only between difficulties that it happens?
I think it might be legendary it's actually the worst, but I think on Veteran, a grenade is guaranteed to kill a regular Advent Trooper. On Commander, it's not a guarantee, and on Legendary, it's like straight up not going to kill him.
Okay, because here, grenades are going to do 3 to 4 damage, so there's a 50-50 chance.
Yeah.
Presumably.
I mean, don't quote me on that, but it's something like that.
I'll give this away. I haven't actually played on the other difficulty settings.
Okay. I played on the Veteran just to get some achievements once, and then I did a Legendary Iron Man run.
Right, just because...
Which I don't want to do again.
Yeah.
That's a little unfair. Also, because the game can be a little buggy. Back up your saves.
I don't think I even got the Iron Man option because I enabled the tutorial on this save file.
Yes, that's another thing.
Which I am totally fine with, because it's me. I'm going to have problems in blue screen somewhere.
Yes.
Alright, so...
Here you go.
Yeah,
Not
so
bad.
we're going loud here.
Which does beg one question. I don't think you mentioned. Is this going to be a, like, honorary Iron Man?
Yes, of course.
Okay. So aside from game-breaking bugs or glitches, what happens.
Yeah, exactly. That's how I ran the first one as well. I had a whole bunch of backup saves just because I don't trust my computer not to lose information or crash in the middle of recording.
Okay, so Jane Kelly did a good job with shotgun.
Yeah, absolutely.
Rangers are awesome early game.
These guys make up the bulk of the Advent forces we've dealt with. They're disciplined and well-equipped, but they're obedient.
Rangers are pretty awesome throughout. They're a really interesting redesign of the assault class. They're essentially assaults. They have run and gun just like assaults did, but they have some other different skills. And in XCOM 1, the promotion progression that had 2 trees of skills you could take, and holy shit, please don't miss an 85% shot. No, where are you aiming? Okay, good.
Ooh, they dropped something. They did.
Yeah, dropped a lot of stuff.
That's a bonus of point-blank shots.
Yeah.
You can auto-pick up stuff. Ooh, good stuff.
Yeah, good stuff. So, as I was going to say, in XCOM 1, classes had skills, and it didn't really split them too dramatically how to be utilized. Assaults were always going to be assaults. What skills you took on them didn't really change them too much. In XCOM 2, Rangers can go wildly different based on which skill tree you branch them down.
Not as bad as snipers or sharpshooters now. That's where we disagree on skills.
Yeah.
I can't wait for that and to tell you that you're wrong on some of these.
Commander, we're running out of time here. If we don't stabilize the converter,
You've got plenty of time.
I don't think anybody's going home.
Yeah, I can kill these guys in a turn or two, and then at the last moment hack the patch or techno babble, whatever, that power converter.
What do you have to do? You have to hack it?
Yeah, you have to hack it.
Can you be beside it, or can your specialist do it?
What specialist? Don't have a specialist. Yeah. If I had a specialist, you could do it from line of sight. Yeah.
Specialist should always hack. they have the best chance at getting rewards or things.
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah. It works. Explosions are sometimes delayed and weird. And this game might need to be fixed, but
If only there was someone to do about that. Oh, by the way, I got a little bit insomniac last night and tweeted at Jake Solomon again.
I saw that. I'd be shocked if he doesn't have you blocked by the end of this LP.
Oh, by the end of this LP, I'm like, already? I'm like, come on, really rude.
Rangers are uniquely equipped for close quarters combat. In the right situation, they can prove highly effective.
So yeah, I wouldn't be shooting at this guy. I'd be either throwing grenades with whoever has left, or slash.
Well, the slash is an 88%. And okay, watch the flank preview. It says, yellow circled thing, I should be flanking him, low cover.
Yeah.
I don't know. It was an 88% shot either way, but the shotgun does 4 to 6, which meaning
So good.
if it does minimum damage, it kills that man. The sword can do as little as 3 damage, doesn't kill that man.
Yeah, there are a lot of mods to make swords better. I don't think you quite need them if you start off with your rangers going down the skills to make swords better.
Yeah.
You can always change it later if you have to, but we'll get into that.
Yeah. There are a lot of great things that the game includes that are just wonderful quality of life. Also, pectoids.
I like these sectoids. I like them way better than like the kind of insecty, crawly around ones from the first game.
Yeah.
These ones look like way more of a threat.
Well, and they absolutely are way more of a threat.
Are they?
Than XCOM 1 sectoids? Absolutely.
Tired of waiting around.
I mean, they're not a grave threat in any sense, but they're a lot more threatening than the jerks from XCOM 1. And...
Like,
go ahead.
this sector, he's probably going to do it. Well, it depends on which one of his 3 options he's going to do on his turn if he survives.
Right.
But 2 of those are almost, like, don't do anything to you, and 1 you can deal with, but we'll see here.
Right. I like the focus on the aliens. Very early on... By the way, he's not going to do anything.
Oh, okay, well.
Yeah. Very
The
early
next
on...
sectoid, then.
Very early
Talk
on.
about what sectoids can do.
Running low on ammo.
Yeah, we'll see sectoids do something other than get shot eventually. So very early on, Jake said he wanted to focus, like, on the aliens. He wanted the aliens to be the threat, because the Advent Troopers are just kind of the chaff. They're just... they're mooks. They're everywhere. He wanted to make aliens much more of a threat, much scarier.
Which is why everyone prioritizes killing stun lancers first. But
Well, we'll get to stun lancers when we see.
we'll get to those assholes later, too.
Yeah, those guys are jerks. Super
We're in
jerks.
for the long haul, folks.
Yeah.
That was kind of a lucky shot.
Oh, you see that?
Yeah. I mean, I had 3 people with about 50-50 shots, so I was figuring one of those troopers was going to die.
You were not using grenades as much as I think you would be. Early on.
I'd have to move up farther than I want to for that.
Yeah, fair enough.
Or he could come to me.
Well, now he's just ripe for a grenade.
Commander, the converter is near collapse. It's about to blow.
Yeah, I got you, Central. Yeah, and he went into Overwatch, so I can't even, like, run up to them and sword him in the face, and he is absolutely perfect for a grenade.
Yeah, it's not even the 3 or 4 damage you do to him, it's the fact that you destroy his cover.
Yeah.
That means, like, nearly any one of your other soldiers could take a high percentage shot at it.
Interesting, though, that the tree trunk actually
Yeah.
survives.
Yeah, sometimes, like, on high cover, it can...
Oh, and
Like, that tree trunk is now... Oh, it's still high cover.
it's still high cover.
Okay.
But I love the fact that they included the Overwatch removed notification.
That is helpful.
That is super
That's
good.
a good one.
I think I was trying to see if I could
He-
flank with that guy. And
He may be the last guy, so Jane Kelly still has a grenade. That's probably the safest option.
oh, screw that. We got this guy.
There's nothing worse than whiffing one of those, though.
Oh, absolutely.
X-ray neutralized.
Then you are way out into exposed territory.
bad.
It's bad.
It's bad news.
Here I come.
Alright, here we go, hacking.
I'll give it a shot.
This is a plot hack, so there is no bad effect, as you're about to see. Typically, if you fail the unlock chance, yeah, if you fail
Enemy Protocol's the best one.
Enemy Protocol is the best outcome you can get. It will permanently increase your dude's stats. Like,
And
I got a
yeah.
4% chance, though, so, you know what? Booyah!
Oh! Angry Lobster, you are the greatest. Please be a specialist. Please be a specialist when we go to promote you. You will be the most awesome if that happens.
Well done. Readings are returning to normal. Well, mostly normal.
Because that's one of the few ways to increase your hacking stat, like I said last mission.
Yeah. Enemy Protocol is a huge thing if you can find it and hack it.
Like, that changes the game, almost, to have a specialist with that much skill.
Yeah, if you can go through the game and get a hacking specialist that even gets just 2 Enemy Protocol hacks, they just become incredibly powerful.
I can't wait for him to be like a sniper or something. I'd have it be completely wasted.
I did not expect to
Oh,
either of those hacks to work, but hey.
By the way, this screen takes forever, but if you press caps lock, it loads instantly.
It does and it doesn't. You get this black screen a little bit longer if you instantly hit caps
It's
lock.
still a lot faster, too.
Yeah.
Caps lock, for some reason, it makes that go a lot faster.
Yeah, I might not be doing that just for the sake of smoothing out my videos.
Preventing Jades.
Yeah.
Commander. I'm guessing Shen will probably want to have a word with you too.
Ready for this?
Okay, ready for this.
Not Angry Lobster.
No.
Specialists deploy robotic drones on the battlefield that can be outfitted for combat or field medic duty.
Good job, Kane. Way to take the specialist
Yeah.
role away from Angry Lobster.
What a dick.
What a dick.
So you got your Healy specialist and your attack specialist. Also, you got whatever he's getting promoted
Serving as
to.
our demolitions expert.
But he hacked a giant explosive device and now he wants to explode, I guess.
All right.
And his hacking skill will never come into it ever again. Grenadiers are the basic heavies just from the first game.
I don't think there's a lot of variation with those, in my opinion.
Yeah.
There's very clear good choices on each level.
Just like it sounds, our sharpshooters engage enemy targets with pinpoint accuracy from extreme range. They're also trained in pistol marksmanship for the occasional close encounter.
Occasional close encounter.
Oh,
okay?
oh my goodness.
Not the way I play snipers.
Yeah, I bet.
I like the gunslinger side. Jade likes the sniper side.
I will say that there is at least one gunslinger side skill that I always take.
Prove useful in our ongoing efforts against the aliens. When you have a moment, Commander, I have made some interesting discoveries as they relate to the implant we removed from you earlier.
That data pad's probably the most useful thing there, but
It just provides some intel if you research it.
yeah, we'll get into that.
Yeah.
Why are you all just standing around? It's perfect. Come on, let's get it inside. Okay, reworked your repulsors with some of the parts I salvaged from their old engine. Should fix that stabilization problem you had. Come on, Rover. It'll work. Commander! Getting our tech to talk to theirs is harder than you'd think. Lily Shen, Chief Engineer, at your service. You were probably expecting to see my father. In all that's happened, I'm guessing Central didn't tell you yet. He's gone. Dad gave everything he had to get us this far. This entire ship is his life's work. I know he would have loved to show you around the place himself. He used to talk about you a lot. You can be sure I'm ready to finish what he started. Might not look it, but from here, I can fabricate pretty much anything you come up with. And with a little more help, well, you'd be amazed with what I can do. It was an honor to finally meet you, Commander. I can't promise any miracles, Commander, but I should be able to put some of the stuff together in no time at all. I'd suggest we get started with a med kit. It'll probably come in handy sooner rather than later.
I know that Lily is being kind of emotional and everything with like, oh, you knew my dad and everything, but he spoke of you highly.
We should meet him in the lab.
In the retcon, XCOM was active for like 2 months.
They said in the thread they shot down 2 UFOs only.
Yeah.
So much of my own research based upon this simple design. If only I had known. Ah, Commander, excellent timing. There's been some progress. I've managed to break down several key components of the chip implanted into your skull. My analysis reveals that its primary function was that of a conduit, passing a vast amount of data directly to your cerebral cortex. With the primary connection severed, much of that data is lost. Several fragments do remain, however. Ghosts, if you will. Observe. Tactical combat simulations. War games. The sheer volume of encounters you were processing was astounding. It is truly remarkable that you survived as long as you did. Though this may seem disconcerting, there is still some good news. This chip bears a striking resemblance to a medical implant I briefly assisted in developing at the gene therapy clinic in New Providence. My understanding was that the implants were intended for high-ranking Advent officers only, captains or above. Retrieving a chip from such an officer would be the only way to know for certain. A greater understanding of these implants would undoubtedly benefit us all, Commander.
New objective added.
The Advent officers have clearly been modified to allow for their subordinates to receive new orders psionically. The implanted chip is the key.
So here's our first kind of breadcrumb to the plot line. We were a tactical simulator, I guess, for all of the Advent training and officers, who then, I don't know, somehow network down the skills that we develop to them, down to the troopers. And removing us is supposedly detrimental to the Advent military. It's a little weird, but it's cool. I like it.
Find that area of research to be among the more intriguing options available. We'll begin work immediately. I'll send word when a complete report is available.
Also, I don't know if you noticed, during the quick little, like, ghosts, did you see an outsider in the visions?
No.
Oh, I did. Really briefly. Like, wait a minute, outsiders aren't a thing anymore.
Commander, good. I think we got something here. Despite all of Advent's efforts, there are still people who refuse to believe their lies. And it's time we let them know they're not alone. We've already located a target for our first operation.
Sir, given our current location, there's actually no way the Sky Ranger could reach that position.
Who said anything about the Sky Ranger? Shen, status report. Are we ready?
Short answer, yes. But you might all want to hold on to something.
Course for the Western U.S. precinct.
Finally, we get a little bit of a look at the strategic layer. It has changed dramatically between games. We're not going to actually have to do much on it.
We're ready to start making moves, Commander. By hitting Advent wherever we find them, we can help strengthen the resistance.
Is that literally Edmonton?
Return, they'll contribute material
Maybe.
and personnel to
So
support
we're not going to
our
have to do much on the strategic layer right now. Eventually, Bradford will cue us in more and more. That is pretty close, isn't that?
It's close, and it's a little bit south, but you get an engineer as a reward. That's really good.
Well, it's required because you can't do shit around the Avenger without an engineer.
Oh, do you not have one yet because you're doing the tutorial?
Exactly.
Oh, okay, then.
Yeah.
I also want to comment on the fact that you wasted 35 supplies on a medkit you may not exactly need, but...
I'll need a medkit eventually.
Okay.
You think never in the LP will I need a medkit?
I'm just saying, I don't use medkits very often. You could use those 35 supplies somewhere else at the beginning.
Okay, well, we'll disagree on medkit necessity.
Okay.
It's a very necessity for me.
Yeah, okay.
You and your pistols can go over there and make your own little how Guava would do things subsection of the LP.
Okay, I will.
Equal but separate. Get out of here. All right, well, join us next time on our first guerrilla operations. I've been Jade Star.
I'm Guava Moment.
We'll see you next time.